Welcome to the Numerology and Astrology for September 17th, 2021. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 22. And if you add the 2 and the 2 together, you get the number 4. The number 4 represents the connection of the 4 points of direction, or the 4 base points upon which we build something. It is the image of a square. It represents solidness, permanence, and being firmly connected to the ground. In stressful situations and communications, a negotiator is often the very solid and stable person in order to negotiate with others to find the solutions. It is also about the 4 elements of earth: air, fire, earth, and water. The Rosicrucians believe that the 4 elements are associated with beings that intend to help influence and direct the destinies of mankind. Earth was inhabited by the gnomes, the air was inhabited by the sylphs, the fire was inhabited by the salamanders, and the water was inhabited by the elementals. The Christians believe that the 4 major archangels, Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, and Raphael, were sent to earth to help bring justice, fairness, diplomacy, and change. Right angles in the square indicate the desire for exactness and honor. That is why we still hold our arm at a right angle when taking an oath. When this number operates positively, it helps us be more neutral and understand others in a way of observation rather than reaction. When this number is negative, it can make us overextend and to not take a firm stand in the solid way that supports us going forward. The astrology today. The moon engages us in happy ways, especially with groups and causes that support your immediate community while it is in Aquarius. Saturn and Venus square off, so do your best to stay positive, but keep your goals realistic and practical. Many things seem to be getting to us. There is a deep feeling of dissatisfaction, isolation, and not getting what we want. Letting go of our dreams and projections from our past in order to embrace the reality in which we are presently living is hard to swallow. There's a sense of discouragement, and we need to admit that what we thought life would look like at this time is not how it's going to potentially ever be. There are places of sensitivity and the arising of feelings of rejection. Too many things feel like a constant reality check. Things are piling up and seem to matter greatly. Neptune and Mercury will quincunx tomorrow, and it can make concentration and focus a challenge. There seems to be such constantly changing things, and it makes something so uncertain, and we just don't know anymore how to bring our intuition and rational mind together. Productivity can be diminished and leave us feeling disorganized and unable to smoothly manage our world. My quote for today: listen with an open heart to the multitudes of lives that one disease has torn apart. I wonder at a future that we cannot seem to see. I wonder if we will ever totally feel free. We look towards a world foreign and unknown and fondly remember those things that used to be our backbone. Many things are fading away into the ethers of time. We know not what awaits those that committed this most heinous of crimes. But many are responsible, and they refuse to see that their choices and patterns could harm more than just you and me. It is possible that life will be forever changed, and now we have to really look at where there can be still positive gains. And my blog for today. I looked out this morning and the marine layer had rolled into the valleys below. I love that smell and cool air as it softens the morning light and brings in that feeling of fall and the changing of the seasons. So often I am grateful for the simplest of things: the cool, moist air in a world that seems to be on fire. It's one of my favorites right now. Having moisture in the air relaxes my nervous system and gives me a moment to pause and let go of the rushing in life. There are constant changes being required from all of us, causing a level of exhaustion that is profound and for some debilitating. I have instituted a new pattern of union and joy yesterday. I realized that we have the most spectacular of sunsets at certain times of the year because of our position on the mountain, and I wanted to celebrate each one, just like the Egyptians did of old. Our cell phones tell us when the sunset will be exactly, and it's on the weather app on your iPhone, by the way. So I knew the exact time, and I enrolled my husband in this new tradition. I texted him 15 minutes in advance that we were just about to be where the sun will move into a position that we could completely see it go down into the ocean. But yesterday it was not quite there, but it was hiding in the trees on the right as it was going down. I had my arm around my husband and celebrated another day in this beautiful place and world. We watched the clouds turn pink and gold while the ground shifted into blues and greens, and we allowed time to slow and the present to fill us up. It was lovely. I like my new tradition, and I intend to keep it going. And finally, I send out a prayer to all those in pain. I know that life will never be the same. We want to hold on to a past that is gone. What lies ahead is hidden in the light of a new dawn. We cannot go back, but we will forever see what was lost to time and eternity. Life has a plan that we do not always know, but regardless, we have to step forward to grow and go. I listen with my heart and I choose the softest path. I recognize that some prefer the choice of power and wrath, but that path causes me too much pain, and the karma it carries ends up being a bane. I do not want to take from a place of arrogance and pride. I prefer to live a life filled with joy from the inside. If that means that I do not attain some illusion or dream, it does not mean that I lack self-esteem. It means that life had another plan, and regardless of my agenda or lifespan, I'm required to learn some things another way and to remember that every moment can be a birthday. Thanks, everyone.